Morning, Rob.
Morning, Lee.
It's Monday, it's a new week.
Correct.
We just had our sprint planning. What are you doing this week?
Yeah, so mainly for me this week, who shuffle my shapes as usual these past few weeks. But yeah, so I'm going to be working on a bunch of stuff for that. So we've got some sound effects. The contractor got back to us this morning. It was a really good turnaround for them. Yeah. Over the weekend, they must have worked. But yeah, so I'm going to be putting sound effects into the game. Which should be fun, interesting. Other than that, we're going to have a look at the end of level animation thing. So when you complete the puzzle, you want to zoom out, it to spin around, fireworks, the whole thing. That should be fun. Other than that, saving and loading. He says hesitantly. Yeah, and then anything after that, whatever. We've got a backlog of stuff, but saving and loading might take a while, so I'm a bit worried about that. But yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, so obviously Monday, I'm going to be going ahead and doing a YouTube video, sort of a double length one this week, so then I put a bit more time into that. Other than that though, it's mainly going to be the Colour Pixels DLC, so that comes out on Friday, so we need to get all the pictures done for that. I think we've got 6 images so far, but it's quite fun to make these ones with it being just different format. So yeah, should be quite good doing that. Other than that, just a couple of small tasks, got a couple of giveaways happening in Discord this week. The Year 2 pass giveaway ends today, so I need to be keeping an eye on that. And then obviously one towards the end of the week when you're releasing the game, there'll be the actual DLC giveaway for Colour Pixels as well.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, okay, so I've been adding some sound effects to the game. You see one of them is this clicking and dragging type of thing. That's one that we didn't ask for, which is quite cool. You provided quite a few that we didn't ask for. When you're swiping between these, there's a little swoosh sound. One of the more satisfying ones is these little clicks that trigger when you move a puzzle piece. Makes it much more satisfying. And one of the main things I've been working on today is actually when you complete a level. So this example here, as soon as I complete this, it'll do a little animation that I've been working on today. And lots of fireworks, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's a big thing I've been working on today, just getting that end of level animation done. It remembers if you completed that puzzle in that session, so you can cycle through all of them. Then when you get back to it, I forgot here's one actually did earlier as well. Cool. Lee, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, woo. Just on stand up, what are you doing?
Yeah, so a little bit with the YouTube video, there's a small change to make. I'm going to get that uploaded and get that out of the way. And then the rest of the day is literally just going to be Colour Pixels. I've got 7 pictures so far. Just need to get as many as I can, get close to 20 more.
Cool, good stuff. As for me, it's going to be a bit of a strange day, so I'm mainly going to be focusing on doing builds for Who Shuffle My Shapes. So we want to get a demo shelved, just so it's ready for when Steam announce they're doing their demo showcase thing. Other than that, I want to work on a Linux build as well. It's the first time I've done Linux, but we've got a volunteer at the moment, Skunky. He runs Linux machines, so we're going to ask him for some help and supporting Linux. So we're going to do that for Who Shuffle My Shapes as well. And then the last build for that, we want to do a build for our top tier patrons as well. It's one of the tiers, one of the benefits for the top tier is that you get access to alpha builds, and I feel like it's probably a bit better than an alpha build at the moment. It's pretty close to being done. But yeah, we want to share that with them as well. Yeah, okay, so I've been working on getting some builds working. We've got Linux working for both Who Shuffled My Shapes and Exceed, which is quite good. We've had our volunteer Skunky, who's been helping us out with that great deal, so thank you very much to him. But yeah, it seems to be going quite well. It's just been time consuming, to be honest. I've been trying to set up a quick localization package for Who Shuffle My Shapes, just so we can get a head start on it, because if we want to make a demo, then it'd be nice to have the demo localized so we get even more traction from it. but unfortunately I'm having the same issues that I was having with Coloring Pixels on Switch, so it doesn't look like we'll be able to do that, unfortunately.
So I'm just getting ready to go home now. Been another day making images, quite a decent bit of progress here. So this is the first one I made, which is just a very basic sort of tile set, but it's quite effective, it's quite colourful, quite good, as well as some more in-depth in terms of detail. Like this one here, it's probably going to take a while to colour in, but we'll give it a good try, see what it's like. The effect does turn out quite nicely. Same with this one here. It's very similar to the Pigs and King one. I think it's pretty much made by the same artist by the looks of it, but quite a lot of fun making that. I've added a lot more detail to it than previous with the health bars and such, but yeah, quite nice. And just a bit of fun with the sprites, sort of leftover sprites of some assets, which I've gone ahead and made here. And the last one I want to run by Rob before I go ahead and actually put into the game is the idea of having an image that's the same image but just showing the animation. And my thinking behind that is I can go ahead and actually create the GIFs, which I've gone and done here. I mean, we could use that for other sort of marketing purposes, right? We could put that on tweets, use it as a Discord emoji, and then the players can actually colour it in on the game. That's my thinking behind it. See what Rob thinks, because it is going to be a case of you colouring in the same image 4 times. It's just very slightly different. There's actually 6 frames in that, but I thought I'd cut it down to 4 instead of 6. Yeah, I like the idea, but again, see what Rob thinks, because it may not be the best idea for Coloring Pixels. But I've quickly made it just so we can at least try it out. Morning, Rob.
Morning, Lee.
It's Wednesday. Music Wednesday. First one in a while, I think.
Oh yeah. I was off last week, wasn't I?
Yeah, Rainbow Six. But yeah, just had our stand-up for the day. What are you doing today, Rob?
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to be working on Who Shoved My Shapes a lot more. So hopefully I'll make a start on the saving and loading stuff today. But before that, I need to sort of finish off the builds for the demo that I put together. I had a couple of things like links, like a link to Discord and a link to a wish list on Steam and stuff like that. Just self-promotional stuff. But yeah, that'll be me. What about you?
Yeah, so in same topic of the demos, got the link to give to the Patreons so they have their alpha access. Gonna get that sent out today. Just make a quick Patreon post and let them know it's available. Other than that though, just in case of finishing off the Coloring Pixels DLC, there's only 7 images left to do. Just go ahead and get those done to move on to testing later on. It's 4 o'clock and I have just finished making all the images and importing them all again now in the correct order. That's size order. But yeah, pretty good. So for the wall, had a quick once over in case double checking pixel count, that sort of thing. But yeah, just going to go ahead now and actually start playing through all of the levels one by one, just to rule out any more issues that may be there. So yeah, quite a variety. There is a lot of large levels this time. Like this one here, it's 460 pixels tall, which is pretty big. One of the biggest we've got, I reckon. But it's quite thin. But yeah, quite a lot of large, detailed levels. So hopefully people enjoy that. But it just means I'm going to spend a lot of time testing it to see where we're at.
Okay, so I've been working more on this demo stuff. So one of the things you might notice is that you can go up and down now. Me and Lee did a bit of testing, I guess, for this. Just try and get it to feel nice. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but we're struggling to come up with other solutions. But yeah, it's working. It's fine. Another couple of things we've changed. We've got this Discord button at the top, which links to our Discord server, just for when people come and get the demo, they just want to link to where they can check more of our stuff out. Yeah, other than that, small things. So we've got a progress bar now for when it's shuffling the shape, which is quite nice. For some reason it doesn't actually get to 100%. I don't know why, but sure, it'll do. Lee,
Rob?
it's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Just done stand up. You've been getting lots of messages that the Who Shoved My Shapes build is broken.
Yeah, there's quite a few bugs that are coming in.
Yeah, you sent them off to the alpha, the alpha build people. Yeah. Yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's broken. Yeah. So I'm going to be looking at that today. Quite a lot. There's a few obvious bugs that we can fix, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. A lot of them we just can't replicate, which is quite annoying. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that and then looking at saving and loading as well. I did make a start on that yesterday, but not much. But yeah. Anyway, what are you doing?
Yeah, for me it's going to be all a day of Coloring Pixels. So I got through about half the book yesterday in terms of testing it. So I'm going to be pulling the last 10 images, making sure there's any problems with them, and correcting any that crop up. If I get that done towards the end of the day, I'll just make a start on the achievements and the announcement posts as well.
Okay, so I haven't been spending any time looking at this saving and loading stuff today. Unfortunately, I've just been looking at the various bugs that the patrons have been reporting. I've also been looking at some other stuff as well. Yeah, so for some reason only 18 of the 20 puzzles are actually showing up. I managed to fix that. I'm not quite sure how I did it, but I just sort of like played around with a couple of settings and now they're showing up, so that's fine. The problem was this puzzle wasn't spinning properly. I think it was just an issue with the some of the rotations. Some of them you have to do 180 turn, and that's, well, apparently it just doesn't like the maths for that. Yeah, but I've also been doing some other things. So the progress bar that you saw there actually goes to the end now. We've got the icon in game, so when I do a build, the little icon on the bottom here will show the little Who Shuffled My Shapes icon. Also adding stuff like some splash screens when you launch the game. You'll get the little ToastieLabs logo first, stuff like that. Just a lot of things to make it a lot more polished, really. So I'm hoping to do another quick build now and hopefully send it back to the patrons, and hopefully everything will be working.
Yeah, it's 6:15. I'm getting ready to go home. I've spent all day just colouring in the DLC book. Yesterday I was 10 images in, so up to this one here. So I've just done the 6 images down here. There's still 4 left to go. See, I've sort of skipped and went around this way. It's because these two, if you look, 460 pixels high, which means these are going to be quite large, take a while to do. So I'll try to like get as many done as I can in the time that I've been working today. There's been a couple of changes, nothing too drastic for the most part anyway. There's a couple of minor changes on boss fight, dungeon, dystopian. There's some pixel changes. The only large change I made is abstract here. It's 320 images, 320 pixels, and as I was colouring in, I've noticed so much I've noticed beforehand, which is I've literally cut the image in half in size, and it still has all this detail. See, like the band around the edge of the floor here, the width of the plant, etc. It's actually very easy to cut in half, so I literally did that. So that's now 160 pixels wide, and so it's moved up here. So there will be a bit of reordering when it comes to actually putting the images back in that have been corrected. But yeah, quite a lot of work done. I've just finished up today by making the GIF for the advertisements. So there it is there. I'm quite happy with the GIF. I decided to start it with just the background and then the characters, because the image is quite large, the animation will be quite lengthy. So I'm quite happy with that, and I really enjoy this picture. Cutting in is quite enjoyable to do, so I think that's a good one to advertise the DLC pack. But yeah, I'm going to call it there for now. I haven't managed to get the achievements done, so I'm going to have to make sure I get that done tomorrow, make sure that hopefully they work, there's no issues, because tomorrow is the actual release date of the DLC. Morning, Rob.
Morning.
It's Friday. Just had our daily stand-up. What are you doing today?
Yeah, so for me, it's going to be a bit all over the place. So I'm going to be continuing working on the saving and loading stuff for Who Shuffled My Shapes. That's going to be the bulk of the day, I think. There's also some other stuff to sort, so I've got to do a Colour and Pixels build, because the DLC is coming out tonight.
Yep.
Platforms DLC. What else have I got? I've got a list, haven't I? We got the music files back from the contractor for Loop. So I'm quickly just listening to all of the music, making sure it's all good. It seems really good so far though. At least probably playing it. So. Yeah, and localization for colouring pixels on Switch as well. So we've been talking to the people who have translated that. We're just going to have to send off another request to get the name translated, which is quite annoying, but what can you do? But yeah, it's just more stuff to do all over the place. What are you doing anyway?
Yes, for me, it's going to be a case of finishing up the DLC pack for release tonight. There's still 4 images that need testing, and then all the changes I've made need to be re-uploaded and then ready for to make the build. And once that's done, stuff like the achievements and announcements still need doing as well. So I'll be getting those done and making them live as quickly as I can as well. Halfway now, I've just finished testing all the levels. Again, only 4 left to do today, but 2 of them I've drastically cut down in size. So that's these 2 here, which I was showing yesterday. I've gone ahead and trimmed a large section of the bottom off, mainly because a lot of the picture was just the background colour, or the background pattern, which is quite monotonous to do a lot of. So I've trimmed that down, and I'm still quite happy with the way they look. And yeah, all the images have been corrected and re-uploaded. That's why they're in a different order now. The abstract images where it should be now, But yeah, that's all those done. Just going to quickly get the achievement uploaded, and that should be the post or the DLC ready to go.
Okay, cool. So I've been working on the saving and loading stuff. I think it's working. As you can see, I just launched the game there, and this cube's loaded with some pre-shuffled stuff. Yeah, this one's just normal, but then this one should have some shuffling done as well. Yeah, so it was fairly easy. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, to be honest, but I just copied and pasted the code from Hexseed and did a lot of changing around to make it work for this. But yeah, it's worked quite well. I managed to get the restarting to not work in build. It works in the editor, I promise. But yeah, good progress on that.
Rob!
Hello!
It's the weekend.
Yes.
We've been all over the place this week for you, hasn't it?
Yeah. A lot of this week's been Who Shuffled My Shapes, but I've just been doing loads of random stuff for that. The start of the week, we got the sound effects back from the contractor, so I've been implementing all of those. I did a bunch of end game stuff, so when you complete a puzzle, loads of explosions, fireworks, loads of stuff like that. Saving loading, that's in now, and it seems to be working fine. I've been sounding tentative about that, haven't I? It hasn't been broken yet, so. What else? Yeah, so I've been working on basically getting an alpha build sent out to the patrons as well, which has been really good because they found a lot of bugs.
Yep.
Fixing those bugs. Then we've got like splash screens and the icons for the application as well. Loads of stuff all over the place. But yeah, other than that, we did a little bit of Linux work, didn't we? So the volunteer that we got, Skunky, he's been testing out Linux build stuff. We've made some progress for that, so we've got Who Shuffled My Shapes working. We think we've got Hexseed working. It needs a bit more testing, and then we made a start on Colour Pixels as well. So hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have Linux support, which would be really cool. But yeah, what else have we been doing?
Just chasing up the Colour Pixels, but nothing.
Oh yeah, Colour Pixels and Switch localization stuff. We've been having trouble all week with that. We've got nowhere, so it's quite annoying. So a lot of checks are gonna have to be put off by another week. It's quite annoying, but we'll get it sorted.
Yeah. On the same topic of Colour Pixels, that's literally been my week. Obviously done the YouTube video at the beginning of the week, as always. But other than that, it's just been a case of doing the DLC, the Platformers DLC that comes out tonight. Quite happy with it. It's quite a lot of large, detailed images. So it just took even longer to test it as well, which is kind of why I've been against the wire today, getting it finished just in time for release. But yeah, quite happy with it. It's all out now. The achievements are done. The announcements are in the process of getting done. I'll be scheduled for 8 o'clock tonight. Do you need to press a button later on as well?
Yeah, I've got my arm set. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It looks like the images look really good. So yeah, good job there.
Yeah, I hope you guys like it as well. Let us know. But yeah, it's been pretty much it. It's been pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks to the patrons, especially those who tested the alpha build this week, which has been really good. It's probably still available.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah, we just leave the link hanging there, so if you want to check it out in the future, you're coming back and watch these videos, it will still be there, the link. But yeah, thanks. Wish list, Who Shuffled My Shapes?
Oh yeah.
Please, thank you.